Hello YouTube fam, and welcome to episode 27 in this 30-day series. Today we're going to start with The Confident Woman. We're reading from March 11th. So this one is titled A Big Rewarding Life. And we're going to talk about how God has an awesome plan for each one of you and how every single one of us is promised a big rewarding life. But it's our responsibility to come to God in faith and trust that He's going to do that for us. And you have to genuinely believe in your own heart that you personally, whatever your name is watching this video right now, that you were meant for a big rewarding life just as much as the next person. There aren't special chosen few that are, meant for some awesome, successful things or big, great, rewarding things, and then you were meant for lesser, smaller things. Every single one of us was meant for a big and rewarding life. It just depends who is willing to step out in faith and be confident in their faith enough to trust God that He's going to come through on His end. If you've ever second-guessed yourself, been indecisive or double-minded, or made a decision and constantly just been worried about that decision, was it the right decision, you're just going to make yourself go crazy, and that's just a sign that you're not confident. You're not confident in God. You're not confident in His plan for you and in His promises for you. Because it doesn't just say that He's going to do it, it promises that He's going to do it. And when God makes a promise, it's going to happen. You just have to 100% believe that. And the second that you put your faith in Him and know that it's going to happen is when you'll stop second guessing and questioning yourself and having self-doubt about all the decisions that you're making. In order for you to live a big, rewarding life, you have to just take a step of faith and just believe God's going to come through as long as you stay faithful and trust Him. For example, I know I bring this up a lot, but it was a big leap of faith, Brandon and I moving from Texas to California. We didn't have things set in stone. He didn't have, a complete job set up. I was doing online work. We didn't even see our place that we live in now. We had never seen it in person. Things just kind of like randomly worked out, kind of last minute, like everything. So it's not like we had a plan set in stone. We felt like we were supposed to go there, and so we did it. And I think it's funny because I think it's really easy to get kind of comfortable and complacent in where you're at. So that was almost 2 years ago now, and it's like, okay, I can check off, like, took a big leap of faith. I can check that off my list and, use that for the rest of my life. That was my leap of faith. But I think I'm being reminded that you have to constantly be taking those leaps of faith for God. And because it shows your trust in Him and it shows your confidence in Him. And, if we do end up moving down to the area that we're wanting to move in, that's going to be another huge leap of faith and just trust in God. And things are not set in stone, and I have no idea how things are going to work out, but I do have confidence that He's going to work them out for us as long as we show that we're faithful and show that we trust Him and believe that He's going to do it on His end. He's going to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of as long as we're doing absolutely everything that we can. The prayer today says, Lord, I hate all the second guessing and wavering that comes with a lack of confidence in You. I know that You want me to enjoy a big, rewarding life, and I know that Your promises of blessings and joy and peace are for me. By faith, I receive all that You have for me now. Amen. I'll put the prayer in the description box. That way, if you want to reread that, you can. But I think it's really important to acknowledge that, like I said before, God has a big, rewarding life waiting for you personally. Every single person that is watching this, you just have to be willing to accept it and to believe that He has that for you. And then you have to be open to accept it from Him. The second devotional, March 11th, in Jesus Calling. What do you know? They go together. Walk by faith, not by sight. As you take steps of faith, depending on me, I will show you how much I can do for you. If you live your life too safely, you'll never know the thrill of seeing me work through you. When I gave you my Spirit, I empowered you to live beyond your natural ability and strength. That's why it is so wrong to measure your energy level against the challenges ahead of you. The issue is not your strength, but mine, which is limitless. By walking close to me, you can accomplish my purposes in my strength. It just goes along with the other one. You have to be able to take steps without seeing the whole picture. We weren't meant to know the whole picture, because if we knew everything that was going to happen and how it would happen, then there would be no reason for us to have faith in God and His plan and to trust Him. And then there would be no testament of trusting God and then Him coming through, and that's part of us, like, saying certain things out loud, goals or dreams or desires that we have that we know were placed in our heart by God, because by saying those out loud and then them coming through on the other end, when it does happen, it's going to be so cool to be able to give that credit to God. I love where it says, if you live your life too safely, you will never know the thrill of seeing me work through you. And that's so true. If you've ever experienced God working in your life, it's like this adrenaline, like crazy thing where you're just like, that is so undeniably God working in my life right now. Like, that's amazing. It's just so cool when you actually get to witness God working in your life or in someone else's life. And it's just so undeniable that like you get chills just thinking about it. You get out of your comfort zone and actually take steps of faith, you will start to experience that, and just put your faith and trust in Him and that He will come through, because once you start to do that, things will start happening in your life that you're like, I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. Like, why did I not do this sooner? I think it's also really important what it said here about not measuring your own energy level against the things that are coming towards your way. Whether it be different like trials or whatever's coming your way, don't measure your energy level as to whether you can handle that or not. If you believe in God and put your trust in God, He's going to give you the strength to get it through. You've all heard that saying, like, you're not given something that you can't handle, and it's because you personally probably can't handle much, but God gives you the strength to handle anything that comes your way. And that's, again, just another testament to God's power and God's work within you, because some of the hardest things in life that we think that we'll never able to overcome, God gives us the strength to keep going and keep pushing and eventually overcome it. If you're struggling, just know that God's there and He will give you the strength to get through whatever you're going through right now. So I don't know about you guys, but I want a big, rewarding life. I want peace, I want joy, I want happiness, I want success in my marriage, in my home, in my family, in my business. I want all of those things, and I truly believe that God has all of those things for me. And I really think that He's going to use me to help others realize that in themselves as well, because I truly believe that God has that for you too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys for episode 28 tomorrow. Bye.